Welcome to Wild Child Records. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. You're in for a treat today as we have all the way from Vancouver, Canada. We have music sensation Tim Steinruck coming on the show today. Wonderful guy doing a lot of great things for the community. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with music sensation Tim Steinruck. Welcome back to Wild Child Records. Hey, please comment. We're on Facebook right now live. We'd love to hear some feedback. Great stuff. It's all about music. Music makes the world go around. And on the show today, we have music sensation Tim Steinruck. Tim, thanks for being on the show today.
Good morning to you, Jay. It's so great to be here, man.
This is great. I love your backdrop. Wow, you are a real musician. Look at the look. You got a great look on you, Tim.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I mean, typically I don't wear shades in the interview, but I've only had a few hours sleep because rock and roll never sleeps.
You're allowed to. You're a musician. I would be disappointed if you didn't look like you do. So that's great. I love you. Again, I love your backdrop, like the drums and the flames and the nice light. That's great.
Yeah, well, this is we're in my recording studio here, Begin Street Studios, where we do a lot of work. And just a few hours ago, I had four guys in here, and we were rehearsing and getting ready for a show that we're doing in a couple days.
Which we're going to be talking about. Before we get there, I do want to give a big shout out to Big Records and Mark. Mark's a wonderful guy. He takes care of a lot of musicians right across Canada and the USA and the world. I know he's a traveler. I think he was in Philippines or I don't know. He's all over the place, isn't he?
He sure is. Yeah, I think he was just the most recent trip he did was down to New York to meet the Prime Minister of Cambodia because we were talking about Rise Up TV earlier, and Rise Up TV is a tour that we put together. It's a reality show. It's what it is. We take musicians on the road and we give them an amazing touring experience. We just got a tour bus and the whole bit. So yeah.
Let me give my viewers and our fans a little bit, like our music lovers, a little bit of backdrop. So I've known Mark and Big Records now going on for probably about 3 years. We're all about music. We're very supportive. And we're always trying to find a niche where we could support musicians together. And I think we finally have, because I know you guys are on your Rise Up TV tour, the Legacy in Motion tour. And I'm going to get you to tell us a little bit about that and all the people involved. So I just love the energy, the synergy you guys have. So let's get right in. Tell us about the Legacy in Motion tour, Tim, and your partner.
Sure. So Legacy in Motion tour, I think is now my sixth tour with Rise Up TV. Legacy in Motion tour starts on the 6th of this month, or sort of November, I should say. And we're going down. A whole bunch of musicians are all going to meet up in Nashville, and we're going to rehearse a show. And then on the 7th, the tour starts in Nashville. Then we go to Chattanooga. Then we go to Duluth, Georgia, and some shows in North Carolina. It's 5 shows, 5 days, 5 different artists. It's just an incredible vibe, and it gives people the behind the scenes of what it's like to tour and what it takes to tour, right? Because it's not always easy. It's like this a lot, no sleep, and you just got to get up and you got to go, but you want to entertain people. And all of the artists that are going on this thing are extremely talented. I think this is probably the most talented group that I've been with. These are not fresh new artists. These are established artists. And we've also got some Nashville heavyweights that are popping in on this thing. So it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be great episodes.
In the music world, we call them van veterans, because if you have not loaded up your van and went across the country, then you're due. You have to. Everybody has to pay their dues. So I love that. Regarding the musicians now, like you said, there's 5 entertainers now. Are you guys also, is that including 5 different bands too to bring along the musicians,
No,
or
so as I mentioned on the 6th, we're all getting together and for a rehearsal with we have one band. We got some really
okay,
great Nashville musicians who are going to be the backing band, and they're going to back everybody. So, but in a short 12-hour period, we've got to rehearse the show, we've got to pace the show, we've got to choreograph the show, and then the next day we just go.
that makes great sense because because if you had 5 different bands, oh my goodness, that would be a lot of
That
moving
would be
pieces.
a very full tour bus.
Can you tell me the genres of music that you guys are going to be playing during the tour?
So most of it is definitely in the singer-songwriter country zone, because that's the kind of tour that we're doing.
Yep.
So it's definitely in that zone. Myself, I've got a bunch of different projects. So for me, it's always great to be able to sort of flex the musical muscles in a bunch of different ways. The band that I've got called the Mighty One is kind of a hard rock, some would say even metal type of a band. So for me to step out and go out as a solo artist and really show my art. um,
I think we might be losing a little bit of sound here. Maybe did you just touch something on your computer, perhaps?
no, I seem to have.
Oh, you're back. No, you're
I'm
back.
okay.
There you go. Whatever it was, it's
Okay.
back. So tell me about the love you're feeling from Nashville because it's such an iconic, music center of the world.
Well, I mean, honestly, I've never been before, so I'm going in a Nashville virgin. So I don't.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah,
Because
I'm looking forward to it. Okay, it's just got such a legacy, and that's why this is called the Legacy in Motion Tour. One of the reasons that it's called that is because we have the Keith Whitley. Um, uh,
I saw that.
yeah, the Keith Whitley Foundation is involved. That we work with them, and probably going to be playing a few Keith Whitley songs.
He was such an iconic singer, Key, like such a great country, just a staple, you could say. So,
Yes, 100%.
so tell me now, is the tour bus currently in Vancouver or where? Like, tell us how the steps, what's going on,
Sure,
like when you guys leave
sure.
and the travel.
Sure. Well, I mean, the two main people of Rise Up TV are Mark Rosner, who, of course, as you know, is the head of Big Records, but he's also the executive producer of the Rise Up TV show. And then we've got Jimmy Allen Sign, and Jimmy Allen Sign is partners with Mark in Rise
Okay.
Up TV, but he's also a great musician, and he's the bus driver. So the two of them have the bus together. Jimmy's in LA with the bus. I believe the bus is
Okay.
going across the states right now, headed towards Nashville. So yeah, that's the key
So
people.
are you guys all heading, like, is the team all heading down to Nashville, or is there like, are all the musicians scattered around North America, or tell us that?
Sure, sure, absolutely. Well, we've got Sarah Smith and Bruce Colgan who are here from Vancouver, and they're going to be heading down to Nashville, and then we meet up with the other musicians in Nashville.
This is great. This is great. Really exciting. And so so you're opening the tour, right? Are you opening the tour
Yes.
or no? Yeah, you're opening the
Yeah, so
tour. So
I'm kind of my role is kind of really to open the show, to MC the show. I'm kind of the glue that binds.
for the fans, what can the fans expect per show? Like, is it just one featured artist, or you guys have an opening act, or tell us a little bit what our fans can expect?
They are going to get a full spectrum of amazing music all night long. So every artist is going to probably do about a half hour set. Okay, 20-minute half hour set. So they're going to get 5 different artists, but they're also going to get these amazing collaborations that happen throughout the show. And as I said, we've got some special guests.
Oh, so see, that's good because now I'm seeing more of the picture. So now, as I should say, at each concert, right, at each event, there's going to be five. All the 5 artists are going to participate.
Correct, correct.
Oh, that's even better because I thought it was okay. In Nashville, it's Tim, and in Tennessee, it's Joe, and you know what I mean. So this gets everybody full exposure, and it helps the synergy, right?
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does. Nolan Murray. So he and Bruce work together a lot. Nolan is very well known in the Nashville music scene, but he's our musical director. He's the one who's putting this whole thing together. Typically, that would be me, and I am so happy to have him take that lead because this is a big deal. Working with the band, getting the band to learn everybody's songs. Can you imagine?
It's
Five
tough.
different artists. They're all doing between 5 and 6 songs. That's a lot of material to learn. So Nolan is working hard on doing that.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick
Sure.
break? And then when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the musicians, more about the tour, and then how the Disability Channel has jumped on to support you guys. So stay tuned. We have on the show today, we have music sensation Tim Steinruck. You're watching Wild Child Records. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You're watching Wild Child Records. Hey, thanks for commenting on Facebook. We have lots of comments out there. It's great. More the merry. It's all about supporting musicians. So you're going to be opening the show, and then who's going to be? So you guys already have the lineup of who's going second, third, fourth, and fifth, sort of thing.
Pretty well. Yeah. I mean, these things will still be worked out in rehearsal exactly how things are going to go. But yes, yeah.
So let's talk a little about you, Tim. So our listeners, our fans, they don't know, what instrument do you play? What do you play?
I play a number of different instruments. On this particular one, I'm going to be, as sort of a solo musician, I'll have my acoustic guitar and so I'll be doing that. But I play bass. I'm here in my recording studio, Begin Street Studios. I'm a music producer, so I get an opportunity to play a lot of different stuff.
So during the tour, are you guys going to be playing both originals and covers, or how's that going to go?
Yeah, it's going to be mostly originals, although like I say, there's going to be some, because it's the Keith Whitley Foundation that we're supporting also on this. There'll be some Keith Whitley songs. I've got a couple of covers ready. We'll see what our musical director will want from me, but I've got quite a bit of stuff ready for him.
That's great. No, we're really excited. We're really, with big records, they're so supportive of you guys. And then I'm really excited about the bus. Like, tell me more about this bus. This is exciting.
It is, yeah. In the past, we usually had to borrow or rent a bus, but Mark and Jimmy have taken the plunge about a year ago, and they purchased a bus. So Rise Up TV now has its own bus. It sleeps 12. I mean, it's the real deal. You walk on, and there's a lounge in the front, and there's a lounge in the back, and it's a full touring experience.
So if people want to, get involved, they want to support, they want to donate, they want to attend, where could they go, Tim, and tell us those steps?
Well, something magic we've got happening at the Nashville show. We've actually got a live stream. We are live streaming the Nashville show from 3rd and Lindsley. So there is I can find the link for you, and
you can send it to send it to us. You can send us all the information, because we would probably obviously love to share it.
Yeah. I think it's like $5. Remember that a portion of everything goes to the Keith Whitley Corporation. which is the thing that supports that Keith Whitley Foundation, right? So, but
And talking about supporting, I know you guys are big veteran supporters. So tell us that element within your tour.
yeah, so as we were talking about earlier, last year we were at this time of the year, we were in Europe, and we did like 5 countries in like 5 days. It was insane. It was
Wow.
insane. It was 16 of us traveling. We did not take the tour bus over there because Europe is a little bit different, especially multi countries. So we actually flew everywhere, which was bananas because we never slept. We were we were
Yeah,
either
I bet.
traveling or playing, and that was it, right? So, but yes, the very first show we did was in France. It was in Normandy, France,
Wow.
and we went to the museum, the War Museum at Utah Beach,
Wow.
and
That
which
must be
was
something.
incredible. I mean,
Goosebumps.
It
Goosebumps.
it was
Yeah.
it was incredible, and then actually I recorded a song and a video on Utah Beach. I think I've given the chat to Tyler there, your assistant, and
Yep.
and so that's there, and it was, yeah. How can I say, Jay? It was one of those experiences that this was a once in a lifetime event, but you could also feel what had happened there. It was very, very emotional. On that tour, we had a veteran with us, actually, a Canadian veteran, Fraser Newcomb, and so got him to play on the beach. Also, I don't know what to say. Our veterans, what they did to liberate the French back in those days is it's just boggles the mind. The amount of men that went there and sacrificed for our peace.
No, that's
Peace.
amazing. People are commenting right now. So this is great. Like I cannot thank you guys enough for showcasing veterans doing your tour and all the stuff that we're doing. So talking about that, so the Disability Channel is going to be full on support media for the tour. We've already started. Today's our first interview. We're going to be interviewing all the musicians. So I'm not sure who's next, but I'm sure our producer will be lining that up appropriately. And we're going to be supporting the tour from start to finish. And on the flip side, I have to thank Big Records and Mark and Eileen and the whole team there, because you guys are now donating goods and services and gifts to our silent auction for our December 1st fundraiser here in Toronto, out in Burlington, Ontario at Legion 60, showcasing the veterans in our employment program opportunities. And we're hopefully, I received an email yesterday. We're hopefully going to have the premiere there. So Doug Ford hopefully will show up, because he's been instrumental in helping us with our employment programs for persons with disabilities and veterans. So we cannot thank the Ontario government enough. It's going to be great. We have a great band, Freedom Train, but the silent auction. So I can't thank Big Records enough. We've been going back and forth. And I think this is just a start of a wonderful relationship for everybody. So I think Tim's frozen a little bit there, maybe. So I'll just keep on talking while he's comes back on. There he is. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Okay, he's back. Yeah. So I just want to say, Tim, I just want to thank Big Records for all they do for the musicians. And like I said, we're starting a new wonderful relationship from November all the way through to December at our fundraiser. So it's going to be great. So again, if people want to find out more information, how they could support the tour, is there a website? Where could they go? Where could they donate, Tim?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I think the best place to go is probably on social media. All you need to do is put in Rise Up TV. A bunch of stuff is going to come up. There's some great links there. There's even some free episodes still up on YouTube. So if you punch in Rise Up TV on YouTube, you can see some episodes from one of the first tours that I ever did with Rise Up TV, and we went to Alberta. It was in 2021. Yeah, right in the middle of the pandemic, we went on a tour.
So before I let you go, I saved the best question for
Yeah.
last. Tell us about your beard. Wow, that's a ZZ Top beard. That's an awesome beard.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, I have a ZZ Top band also, a ZZ Top tribute band.
I knew it. I mean, if you
Why
didn't, I'd be
wouldn't
going,
you? Why
what?
wouldn't you, you
Yeah.
know? But, yeah, no, it's something I'm proud of. This is 20 years of commitment right here.
Wow, that is an awesome beard. Like, that's great. Okay, well, thanks for being on the show, Tim. We really appreciate it. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back and wrap the show with some updates. So stay tuned. You're watching Wild Child Records. We'll be right back.
All about inclusion and really giving everyone a fair say.
Welcome to the Today Show. This is our flagship show. I am Unstoppable Tracy.
I am Zach Damon.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am excited. What is up?
We have a great show today.
Jay Stoyan here for the Disability Channel, the world's only inclusive channel for and by persons with disabilities.
Get ready to be inspired, everyone.
We have people watching from all over the world, but also all over Ontario.
We also take a concerted attention in the veterans community.
In moments of stress and trauma, we can get a hold of ourselves.
To help make a difference for people with disabilities, to show people how to love themselves or their disability.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me, giving this platform for myself and other people with disabilities.
Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this episode of the Disability Channel Detroit. Please tune in next time.
Welcome back to the show. On the show today, we had on from Big Records, we had music sensation Tim Steinruck. Now, you're going to be able to see the edited version. We're going to be posting it and sending out the link. So that'll be in a couple days. Before I do let you go, I just want to again thank everybody for supporting our fundraiser. You can find the link on our Facebook page. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. We're everywhere. We're on SiriusXM. We have some great shows coming up. Watch out for the Invictus Games updates. Very exciting news. Again, you're watching Wild Child Records. We're all about supporting emerging, independent, and mainstream musicians around the world. Till then, we'll see you next time.